Hello, as you saw it's nearly 8:30 and I had a late tea yesterday. About 1 o'clock I had the sandwiches, but I slept well and I thought I might have nightmares having cheese as well, but no, I had a good sleep. I got up, it was 7 something, so I thought I'd get up and set up the thumbnail and then prepare breakfast and watch this video. And the thing is, after I had the sandwich, I don't know what I was watching Enter the Dragon, and then there was something else on. Or I started watching YouTube, because I remember coming back to Enter the Dragon, and then all I remember next is waking up and it was nearly 4 o'clock in the morning, or 5 o'clock, between 4 and 5. So that's when I went to bed. So I've had about 3 or 4 hours sleep, but you know how it is when you break from a sleep, you can't, sometimes you can get back, but I always find it's best to just take that as a wake up call. Right, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to do the thumbnail for the video that I uploaded late yesterday, and then top and tail it, and then it'll be ready for viewing over breakfast. Incidentally, today is a Sunday. It's also the final day of the Airbourne Eastbourne International Airshow, and I have been thinking about going there on time and catching the earlier displays. But I'll think about it. I'll check the timetable and my Google Keep to see what's going on, and then I'll decide what's next. Hello, it's a Sunday and the time is 12:30. Not wishing to make it another saga on talcum powders, but yesterday I revealed that Asda's sell this particular powder, but they didn't have it in stock. And I won't go into it now. Basically, it's going to be in stock on Tuesday, so I thought I would go to Morrisons for a drive and get the talcum powder there. I also need a spare jar of marmalade, so I'll just check up on their prices, because at the moment I think it's 30 pence in Asda. Yeah, so that'll be a nice little drive, and I'll head towards the coast and see if this is the last day of Airbourne, so I might, as I'm a few hours early than the last 2 times, I should be able to see more variety of aircraft. This morning I got up, have I already said this earlier? think I may have done. So just to recap then, just got up, did the thumbnail, I went to bed quite late. I think I did recap on this, mentioning all this. So when I went to bed late, the laptop was still on, the upload had finished. So I got up early this morning, did the thumbnail. It's getting a bit blurry. I think one video's events is overlapping. It seems so familiar as if I've already mentioned this. So I did the thumbnail. I had problems with the zoom. The zoom function. I selected the clip, a video, and I wanted to zoom in and zoom out. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't reposition it. I couldn't rotate it. And I couldn't do it last night, and I couldn't do it today. And of course, I started the laptop from scratch. So, but I got around it. I don't know how. Well, I do know how. I tried to animate the video. I mean, animate the zoom using keyframes. Basically, you've got a 5-second clip. And so on the first second, the zoom is, you can set the zoom to anything you want, and that's your first keyframe. And if you go to the end of the clip, say at the 5th second, you can put another, change the zoom, and in between, as it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the zoom will arrive at the final zoom. And when I did that, it worked. So I thought, why is it? So basically what's happened is it's working, but what I'm seeing is the viewer is at fault. And underneath the viewer there's some buttons where there's to control the playhead, but there's also a button on it so where you can show different effects, like I can't remember now, dynamic zoom I think. Well, one of them is called transform, and if you click that, you see you get a white border, you get a grid, and it basically you can resize the window and zoom. But once I clicked that, it suddenly everything worked. The zoom would work after that. So just a case of clicking this button. So I had fun games this morning with that. Anyway, I managed to do this thumbnail, top and tail the video, and then this morning I watched something. I don't know what I saw first. I think I saw my video afterwards. I can't, it was some YouTube video I think, and then after that I saw my video. Then after that I started deleting files, transferring files, and when that finished I got to the position I'm at now. But the first thing I did before I go out, before I go out, was to empty the trash. Right, so I'm ready to go out now and take a drive to Morrisons for the talcum powder and a marmalade price check. same price as Asda, who, as I've mentioned countless times, have run out of it and are replenishing their stocks on Monday night. But I thought to myself, Morrisons this morning, and that's it. That was the my whole drive revolved around going to Morrisons. Earlier, when I was well, in the flat, it started to rain, and I thought, hello, it's going to be an indoor day. Then I thought, no, when you're in the car, you can go out. You can still drive in all weathers, even in the winter. So as soon as it rained, the sun came out, and I was watching a YouTube video, one of the vloggers, quite a famous one. I mean, not a famous vlogger, but a famous radio personality who has her own vlog. And well, she, in a video, she took a video of a rainbow. I thought, hang on, we just had rain and sun. Maybe there's a rainbow outside the flat. So I looked out the window, you know, in 2 of the 3 directions, 4 directions. Well, I can view 3 directions, but not 4. I only looked at 2 of the directions. Anyway, I looked out the window, and I couldn't see a rainbow. So maybe I should have looked as soon as the sun came out. And when the sun is shining really bright, it's 20 degrees according to the car. So here we are, the talcum powder and the orange marmalade. The time now is about 2:25 and I'm going to have chili con carne on toast, and then after that I'm going to edit yesterday's video. And I might watch that Anna Friel drama, ITV drama that was on last week, Deep Water I think it's called. So I'll give that a shot. If that's any good, then I'll start watching that. But a week today is the 5th series of Peaky Blinders, so can't wait for that. Right, so I'm going to change into my slippers, put the talcum powder away and the marmalade, and prepare the chili con carne, the triple C. Right, I've just put my slippers on, and I just remembered something that I didn't mention last time, and that was the drive. I simply wheeled in and out of the coastline. I was looking for a driving space because I wanted to see more planes. But two things. First, it's the last day of the, well, it's like the last day of the proms. It's the last day of Airbourne. So of course everybody's flocking to, to see the planes, one last, last chance saloon. And of course they come by car, and they've parked in every side street. Even my favourite side street is all parked up. There was somewhere that did have a spot, but it just seemed too far to walk, so I didn't bother. And secondly, it's I normally, the last two times I've been going in the evening, about 5, well not even 5, 4, after 4 o'clock, which is when it winds down. I think the last flight is about 4:30. So going at this time, and it's the last chance to see the Airbourne. Of course, there was no parking spaces. In fact, there were cars passing me looking for spaces themselves. So I thought I would just carry on driving. I think there's a couple of shots where you see the plane in the skyline, a couple of planes. I don't know how good that was. But anyway, it's been a nice drive. I'm back now. It's 2:30. It's a good time to start editing. I mean, I won't start editing till about maybe 3:30, because I'm going to have chili con carne and watch the drama. And so about 3:30 or thereabouts, I'll start editing yesterday's video, and hopefully before midnight it will be live. And then I'll be, organised, on schedule. Right, so now I'm going to open a can of, not worms hopefully, but chili con carne. I went to all this trouble to get a spare jar of marmalade, and I didn't check up on the cans of chili con carne. Now I'm only down to 1 can. Now why didn't I Morrisons chili con carne? Oh well. It's quite a distance from Asda's actually, from Morrisons. I mean, not too far, about 6-minute drive, but you've got to use the motorways to get there. And it occurred to me, why didn't I check out the chili con carne? I think I might have done. And I think it's just the same as Asda and Tesco. So I should have checked it out when I was in Morrisons. Right, I'm going to have this now. Put the sky on. Right, so I've had the chili con carne and toast. I'm beginning to get a bit fed up with it now. Anyway, I shouldn't say things like that. I had it, and then I also watched Deep Water, and it's quite gripping. Whew. My stomach's in a knot, it's so intense, so realistic, you know. It's not escapism like Peaky Blinders or The Sopranos. This is real life stuff. Whew. So I could watch the whole series on catch up, but it's on every Wednesday, so what I'm going to do, as is fashionable with my viewing habits, is to wait for Wednesday to come and then watch the next episode. And now at what time is it? 4:25. I'm about to edit yesterday's video. Yes, the 17th. Right, so that's what I'll do now. It's such a lovely day out. I've just been to the window to look out because I can actually see the planes from Airbourne going over. And while I was at the window, I could feel the heat from the sun. It's quite hot. And I think, well, what the heck am I doing indoors when I should be outdoors in the sun? And then when I'm outdoors, I wish I was indoors, taking shade. So it's, when you're hot, you wish you were cool. When you're cold, you wish you were warm. Strange. Anyway, I'm going to edit for 2 hours and then take a break and decide what's next. Right, so that's the latest.